Working from home struggles. Where working from home has a lot of advantages, it also has a lot of disadvantages. So in this video, I'm going to go through 3 or 4 problems that a lot of people are facing. And some I'm going to call bullshit, but others I'm just going to answer to maybe allow you to start thinking differently and to be moving from a space of reactive to proactive. So let's get started. The first one is I feel completely disconnected from peers or senior managers. Living in a virtual world, working remotely, I get it. I was internationally traveling for 9 months. It can be a real struggle, and it will end as soon as you take ownership in how it is you're also feeding into that disconnect. If you're feeling disconnected, it is 80 to 90% likely that that other person is feeling disconnected too, but simply doesn't know how to go about creating connection. So get clear on what does connected feel like. Is it stand-ups in the morning and then in the evening? Is it a weekly email recap? Is it a bi-weekly hour-long call to discuss? What does connecting feel like for you? And then in the virtual world, usually quantity for a less duration of time is more effective. Where you think a 1 hour meeting is going to be super effective, having 3 or 4 15-minute check-ins will likely allow you to feel more connected, but also be able to be more collaborative in the making. So take onus on how you're creating disconnect, establish what connected looks like, have a conversation, and request it. The second is I lost my learning curve. You don't get to say that you lost your learning curve. There is more content and information on the web than we even know what to do with or how to deal with it. So you don't get to say that. I think you should get clear on what learning looks like and what experience you're wanting. And then you can create that, whether it's a book club, whether it's joining a mastermind, maybe having a few friends read a similar book and then you discuss over like on bi-weekly basis. But in no regards can you say that you've lost your learning curve, because if anything, right now is a perfect time for you to really dabble outside of your industry and to be able to create space to maybe learn something completely new. Hell, pick up cooking. Who doesn't love to cook or needs to know how to cook, more importantly? The third thing is working hours are increased a lot. Yes, 100%. You have to take into consideration that you have lost your commute time and your lunchtime, and there's always someone there, or the fridge is there, or emails are always coming in, and your desk is there, or your computer's there. And you still get to have a block schedule to prioritize and take care of yourself. Just because your commute was 45 minutes to an hour, so that was 2 hours a day that you got to like wind down, doesn't mean you fill it with work. Fill it with a walk, or maybe instead of working an 8 to 10 hour day at the office, maybe you work a 12-hour day at home, but you have 2 2-hour breaks that you take to kind of reset, recharge, run errands, cook, get outside, do whatever, right? And then the last one is the feeling like a bull crusher, which is easy for a task, but not when having anything to discuss. So these are for people who really, really are good at doing tasks, do, and it can somewhat feel isolated and abusive because there's no interaction, and even if there was interaction, you're so proficient at doing the task that you just get it done and then look for more. And that can be very isolated. So being aware of where you feel that, how you feel that, and also take onus in how it's creating you to show up, whether it's bitter, resentful, burnt out, angry, disassociated, and then figure out how you can then articulate a different situation or scenario so that you do not show up that way, because working virtual is hard. It's easy to get in that mindset and that energy and to just let it take over. And you do not want that, because as soon as you start showing up disconnected or are, complicated to work with or are disengaged, it will be very easy to cut you. And then the last one, the last one is no one around me with the same skill to discuss general things over tea. That could be true or it could not. My big thing is understanding that we're all human and we're all struggling and we all interpret things differently and we all process things differently. And where people, it's easy to say with the same skill or the same knowledge, I think right now we're able to connect to each other on deeper levels that allow us to just be more engaged with having human interaction, even if it's over Zoom, that can be really beneficial. So even if I don't know something about like a software system or an engineering position, I'd still be willing to learn and expand and ask questions, because right now it is such a precious time to be learning, absorbing, and connecting and growing together, that why would you want to jeopardize yourself from that experience? So I hope these have been helpful. Again, wipe the excuses off the window. They don't need to be present. But working from home can be really hard for people. And if you are a person that is struggling with it, I strongly encourage you to join the Revive membership. It's $50 a month. We have 6 live group Zoom calls per month. And you get 3 at-home workouts to be able to keep yourself in check too. So if that's interested, definitely check out alissapajoli.com, go into the small group and one-on-one offerings and look at that Revive membership and sign up there. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And thanks for being yourself. We'll talk soon.